welcome to another episode of Chefs and Showhomes. I'm your host, Kristen Reed, and today we're in Authentic Development's show home in the Creeks. We're lucky to have Jssel Hysuik from Sprout Catering here with us today. Hi, Jssel.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So can you tell me a little bit more about your business and what we're making today?
For sure. So as you said, I'm from Sprout Catering. My sister and I started our business about 6 years ago. We have a cafe and we do tons of catering, private events. And 2 years ago, we started another business called Stalk Fine Dining. We do a fine dining family dinner service one Saturday a month. So today we're going to make a dish from that menu.
Okay, great. And now just to let you guys know, that books up very quickly. I just set my table for October this year. So if you want to take in stock, make sure you get booked in right away.
Yes, we have all the dates for the year are pre-selected, just one Saturday. So if you follow us on Instagram, you can see those dates. And although we are booked up, we usually have some last minute cancellations occasionally. So if you want to come, you can call and get on a wait list and we'll call to let you know.
Perfect.
Yeah,
okay.
Awesome.
So should we get started?
Yeah, so let's get started. So we're making a golden salad today. So we're going to be making some pickled beets. This is a recipe that was my grandma's. So on the salad, we're going to use golden beets, but today we're going to pickle some regular purple beets.
All right, and so
I'm yes, if you want to put on some gloves so you don't get beet stained hands, and then if you just want to cut them into kind of like a medium,
kind of like these chunks.
Yeah, kind of a medium dice. And then while you're doing that, I'm going to make the brine for this. It's a really simple recipe. Let's get started.
Excited.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
So you can cut the beets.
How many of these do I need to cut?
You can cut all of them.
All of them. Okay.
Yes.
Do I do kind of one of these things?
Perfect.
Is that a good idea?
Sure. Looks great. Awesome.
I'm so good.
Okay, so then we're going to start the brine over here. So we're just going to do one jar today, and we're going to hot seal it. So hot seal is when we're going to be preserving these beets to use for a later date. We're going to use a hot jar, a hot lid, and a hot liquid. So we're going to start off with 1 cup of water in here, and then I've got another 1 cup of white vinegar, 1 cup of white sugar. Oh, and we need some salt in here too. Half a tablespoon of salt. And then we're just going to bring that to a boil until all the sugar is dissolved. And while we're waiting for that to happen, we'll just stick our jar in the oven to get it nice and hot. This is a sterilized jar, so I've just washed it, and now we're gonna pop it in the oven at a low temperature, about 220 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. So we're almost at a boil here. We'll just let that work away. And how's it going with those beets?
Oh, just killing it.
Awesome. Yeah. So these beets are roasted. I always roast my beets in the oven before canning them. So if you roast the beets whole, you can just cut the tops off, like leave a little bit on there. And I just put them in a hotel pan or like a roasting pan with a little bit of water, a splash of vinegar, some oil and salt, and then cover it. And these roasted in the oven for like an hour and a half probably.
At 350, right?
350.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then you can just like take a cloth and peel the skin off. It makes it so easy.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Good.
Okay, so I think we're boiling over here. So if you were gonna make this salad or make these beets and you knew you were gonna use them right away, you could just pickle it in a glass jar, in a jar with a regular lid. You don't have to do the hot seal.
Okay.
But I just wanted to show how easy it is to do so that, you know, if you're growing beets in your garden or you even pick up a bunch from the farmer's market, you can make a big batch of this and save them and have it in your pantry to enjoy throughout the fall and the winter.
Oh, good.
So a good thing to use always is, I always use a pair of like silicone kitchen gloves.
Serious ones.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, this one I feel like I've already ripped them.
So we've got, oh, and also if you roast your beets ahead of time, you'll want to pull them out of the fridge so they're not cold, because you don't want to put cold beets in a hot jar. You'd like everything to be kind of room temp or warm at least. So we've got a hot liquid, we've got a hot jar, and a hot sealer for the lid. So we're gonna just go ahead.
So how long did you heat that up for?
That was about 10 minutes probably.
10 minutes. Okay.
And just like at a low temperature. I think I've got that oven at 225.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got this little wide mouth funnel here. And my grandma always puts 1 clove, only one clove per jar. So we're gonna just put 1 clove in there. And it's easier to just put the cloves in the jar than put it in your brine, so you're not trying to scoop it and make sure it's even throughout. And my grandma doesn't do this, but I put 1 star anise in there too, just to add a little bit of a.
Sorry, what is that?
Star anise.
Star anise.
Yeah, it's used in a lot of like Chinese cooking, and it's just little stars. It's kind of licoricey. You can smell it. It's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it just adds kind of a bit of a unique flavor to the beets.
Okay.
Okay, so then we're gonna take our beets. You've still got your gloves on. Do you wanna lift those in there? This. So I've got some other beets here that I pickled earlier this week. We've got our regular purple beets, our golden beets, and some candy cane beets.
Oh, I think we're full.
That's perfect. Yeah, if that's full, that's great.
How long does it take to pickle them? Like if you were to make this now, how long until you can eat it?
Oh, I usually would leave it a day.
A day? Oh,
yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Here I thought it was months.
Nope, they're ready to go. So now we've got our hot vinegar, sugar mixture going in there. And then these like are just a little bit heat proof.
Okay.
Not too, just so if you grabbed it just with your bare hand, it would probably burn a little. So that's it. That's all. We just made pickled beets.
Voila.
Yeah.
Jesse Malak with the Rusty Shovel Landscape Shop here, and we're talking about trends in landscaping. Today we're talking about managing elevation changes and the importance of vertical lines. So often in landscaping, we only think about lines horizontally when you're looking down at the property. But one of the most important things when designing a yard for interest is thinking about those vertical elements to really make things stand out. Not only do retaining walls and elevation changes create a lot of visual interest and beauty, they also make us be able to grade the yard properly for the maximum use of space. If we were just to have this all sloped down, then we'd run into instances where the yard's unable to be used. But by creating level changes, we can have different levels of interaction and really make sure that that yard is the most usable for the homeowner. The other benefit of elevation change is being able to do things like raised beds for your vegetable gardening and your perennial gardening, so it's easier to maintain those plants and make it easier on yourself. The other beauty of elevation changes is we can use some of those blocks to create raised beds to make it easier for maintaining your gardens. I'm Jesse Malak with the Rusty Shovel Landscape Shop, and these are some trends in landscaping.
We're gonna make a chipotle honey vinaigrette today. So we're gonna start with 4 cloves of garlic and a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of oregano, and I've got some honey here. This is a 1/2 cup. I've got it pre-measured out.
Okay.
And then we're gonna use some chipotle peppers. So these are in like an adobe sauce. We're just gonna use 1 because these are pretty big. And then we're gonna use some red wine vinegar.
Okay.
So I've got a 1/2 cup here. And then we are going to use avocado oil today in our salad dressing. So it's a really healthier option than just using canola oil.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna blend this and you can pour it in. And this is measured, so you can just pour it on.
I can pour it on.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So if you make this recipe for this salad, you likely have a little bit left over, and then you can just keep it in your fridge for like 2 to 3 weeks and use it up if it lasts. Every time I have it at home, it doesn't seem to last very long. Okay, so now we're gonna start building our salad.
Okay.
So I've got a plate for us here. And we're gonna mix, I've got some nice mixed greens here. These are from Green Sisters Garden in Moose Jaw. We get lots of our product from them in the summertime, in the wintertime too. I've got some nice micro herbs, and actually Carrie is the woman who owns the business, and she grows popcorn shoots for me for the salad for Stalk.
Oh.
They're really like, have a unique taste. They're sweet, they're yellow little shoots, so it adds to like the golden component of the dish.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna just mix our mixed greens. And if you wanna open that jar of the golden beets, that'd be great. So this salad might seem like a bit of a strange combination with the beets and the corn and the chipotle honey, but the combination altogether really works well. I made this dish first for a dinner that I did at Over the Hill, and I was using fresh greens, fresh beets, fresh corn. So it was really nice, like summer salad. And then I thought, well, I could do this on a stock menu all year round if I preserve my beets. So it's been a very popular item.
I love it.
At Stock. Yeah. Okay, so we've got our greens mixed.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add some feta cheese here. I've got some pickled shallots. We've got some, whoops, don't need that anymore. We've got some popcorn here that I seasoned up with some fresh thyme and some sumac, which is like a kind of a citrusy chili powder.
Okay.
And popcorn is like the new crouton.
Oh.
Croutons are out and popcorn is in.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. So I've also got some fresh corn that we're gonna use. So we'll just cut that right off the cob. And this is a very vegetable forward dish. It's vegetarian. A lot of the items, the menu items that we have at Stock are very vegetable forward, but there's lots of, it's all family style. So you order a few different dishes to all share, and we definitely have lots of proteins, but this salad is one that you definitely don't miss any meat, but you could easily make it into a meal by adding some chili prawns or like a Cajun grilled chicken breast or something.
Okay.
So great side dish, but you could totally make it into an entree.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna add our corn in here. And a few pickled shallots.
So colorful.
Yeah, it's very colorful.
So pretty.
And especially with the golden beets,
Yeah.
it just really takes it to the next level. And then we've got the popcorn shoots, the popcorn, the new croutons, which are just so much fun. Add a lot of flavor, and then some crumbled feta cheese.
Looks amazing.
And then I've got some sorrel here from Green Sisters Garden, and it looks just like a beet leaf, so I thought it would be an appropriate little microgreen to have
I was just
today.
about to ask what those are. Can I try one?
Yeah, it's really good. They're kind of like have a lemony flavor to them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
they're good.
Yeah, they are good.
And then I always like to just drizzle a little bit of extra salad dressing on top because we dress the greens, but all the toppings need a little
Right.
Chipotle honey love. So we'll just do a little drizzle. And then we're gonna finish it off with some edible flowers that I brought from my garden. So these are just some pansies, and they're an edible flower. I've got my garden full of them, so I can use them at the restaurant all summer long. And we're gonna use the yellow ones, so they're nice and golden. Maybe a fifth one there.
It's just so pretty.
So that is our golden salad
Voila.
from Stock. Awesome.
Make sure you come to Sprout Catering and check out this salad and many other items, and then get on their website and check out Stock as well. So we're going to meet up with Jackie, and we're going to do the house tour.
Hi everyone, this is Atif with TMG, the mortgage group. Today we're going to talk about getting a mortgage pre-approval. Getting a mortgage pre-approval helps you kickstart the process of looking for your new home. Your pre-approval will give you a solid idea of how much you can afford. So how do you get a pre-approval? Meeting with the mortgage broker is your first step. In your first meeting, you will have the opportunity to discuss your needs with your broker. Your broker will then review your employment, your income, your credit score, and how much you're looking to put toward your down payment. Based on the information you provide, your broker will complete and send your application to potential lenders who can best fit your needs. Getting a pre-approval is the first step in the home buying process. Once you have a pre-approval, you and your real estate agent will know what price range you can work with while searching for a new home. This is Atif with TMG, the mortgage group.
There are so many unique design elements to this house. I have Jackie Fuchs, the designer, and wears many hats with Authentic Developments, but she's going to give us the tour today. So welcome, Jackie. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having me.
So can you tell me a little bit more about Authentic Developments and when you guys started and where you built and things like that?
Sure. So we've been building houses for 16 years, and we focus on building quality homes and providing each of our customers or clients with an experience while building the home. We provide one-on-one interior design service with each client and work with them from start to finish, because we want to really give an experience to each of our clients.
Amazing. And now tell me all of the roles that you have at Authentic Developments.
One of the main things that I do at Authentic is I work with our clients designing their house from start to finish. I help them pick out all their interior and exterior finishings for their home, but I also do our marketing, social media, invoicing, just really whatever it takes to run the business, I guess, because we are a smaller home builder. We don't have a large staff. Jason, the owner of our company, he's always out on the job site making sure our homes are to the standards that we want to give to our clients. So I'm really the only one in the office and the one that's working with our clients.
Okay, perfect. And now if I was a client and I wanted to pick a home builder, why would I pick you guys?
You would pick us because we really focus on giving an experience to our clients. And I'm personally, one of the things that I really focus on is it's all about connection with me. If you come in and you connect with us and you see value in the quality that we deliver and the service that we deliver, where we provide you with that one-on-one experience, and we want to work with you. And if there's no value there, then you find somebody else. I feel like there's lots of builders out there and there's somebody for everybody, but what we focus on is the experience and the quality of the home that we build.
I really like that. The connection and the relationship is so important when you're working with someone on such a big project like this, to really work with someone that understands you and is listening, right?
Exactly.
So that's important for all of the clients. So great. Well, now can you tell me a little bit more about this house that we're in?
Yeah, so when we were designing this home, we wanted something that was unique and different. When we were thinking about all the different elements we wanted to add to this house, my personal thing, and when working with Jason, the owner, was I wanted something that was different. I didn't just want one little feature. We wanted every spot that you went through in the house to be like something that was unique and to showcase all the things that we can do as a home builder. So this house, I got the inspiration, I guess, would be like a modern, rustic house. And we wanted to carry those elements throughout the house. I didn't want to just have those elements in the kitchen. I wanted it to flow throughout the entire house. And I think that it does. And when we were building it, I was nervous, making sure, like, are these all gonna go together? Is it going to all tie together? And I think we nailed it, in my opinion. Obviously, style isn't for everybody, but if you can see the quality and the craftsmanship, that's all that I wanted and Jason wanted people to see.
Yeah, well, I think that you knocked it out of the park as well. And now you were telling me about these floors earlier too. I'm absolutely obsessed with the wide plank, and you said that they're a engineered hardwood?
Yeah, it's an oak engineered hardwood. And what I like about them is that they're very durable and they're easy to keep clean. You don't see any dirt or anything on them, and they just really flow nice throughout the house. They're definitely unique, so it's something you like or don't like, and that's the feedback that we've gotten, but they go with the house for sure.
Totally. Yeah, like I love that they're beautiful, but that they're also durable, because if you have small kids and you have soft hardwood floors or pets or anything like that, like within a few weeks they're destroyed, right?
Exactly.
So this is durable and beautiful, so great choice.
Thanks.
Yeah, and all of the light fixtures as well. Where did you find those?
They're actually all from Richardson Lighting in the city. They supply us with all of our lights for all of our homes, and specifically in this room, I wanted something that was elegant but made a statement to go with the ceiling. And I wanted this to be like your master retreat with a very beautiful ensuite as well. And this light just made the room.
It's stunning. Yeah, I love it. And now heading into the master suite then, obviously you guys have very unique tile floors throughout, which I really love.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about how you chose some of the features there?
Yeah, I wanted to be able to showcase lots of different things, and I didn't want it to be too much, but I wanted to showcase different tiles that we could do, different patterns that you could lay. And with this bathroom specifically, we did the hexagon tile. Hexagons can be tricky because of how you lay them, and in this application I think it looked really good, and the colors go with everything. And we worked with our cabinet supplier, Madera Kitchen and Bath. They're just a local supplier, to help us really fine tune how we wanted our cabinets to look in the house. And we worked with them also to give the trim on the mirrors to just tie in all the little elements of the house.
Right. And now what would you say are your like wow factors?
Definitely the master bedroom, like the ceiling detail. This was a tricky one as well, like just the installation. Sometimes these little details, you don't realize how much work it takes to get this just so.
Yeah.
And this was one of those features where it took a lot of tuning up to make sure it was just perfect. So this is definitely one of them.
Amazing. Well, thanks, Jackie. Should we see the rest?
Yes, let's go.
Quite an entrance. Can you tell me a little bit more about all of this?
Yeah, so when we were designing this foyer, we wanted it to be something that was another wow factor in the house. So we added lots of different elements again. Lots of times you see when there's hardwood in the house, the hardwood is carried up on the treads of the stairs. And I wanted to be different. And so we did some maple stained treads on the floor, and then we tied it into the railing. And then to give it some more uniqueness, I'll say, we added this mesh metal railing, and I just love how it tied in the modern rustic into the vibe of the home. And then to just give it some more decorative elements, we added this wainscoting to the wall and then some herringbone flooring to top it off. So there are just so many elements. I just wanted to showcase lots of different unique things that we could do, and I just didn't want to do the standard thing. So we added lots of different elements within the space.
I love that. I love how timeless the wainscoting is, and I really love the mix of wood. To be honest, I didn't even really notice it, if that makes sense, until you pointed it out. I'm like, oh yeah, we do have two different styles going on here. It flows beautifully. Yeah. This truly is the heart of the home. Can you tell me a little bit more about your choices in this space?
And with this space, I think that you can feel the different elements of warmth and function. And function is always one of my #1 things when designing any space. I want somebody to know that you don't need the biggest home, you just need the best laid out home. And with this space, with the 9-foot ceilings in it, it's open and inviting, and that's what we were looking to achieve. Typically, when you design a home, lots of people put their TV on top of their fireplace, but I wanted them to be separate elements in this space so that if you just wanted to sit by the fire and read a book, you could do that. As well, if you wanted to enjoy a TV show, there was a separate element there of design with the shiplap walls. So just giving the different elements within the space and just tying them together was what we were hoping and what we achieved here.
Yeah, like I love the offset, and again, like the modern and then the rustic and timeless designs. I just love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then now that island is something else too.
Yes. Again, when we were designing this home, I sent this inspiration picture to our cabinet designer, Madeira Kitchen and Bath, and I wanted it to be unique. So we have the dovetail on the island with the metal from the stairwell, and we just tried to tie all the pieces together to achieve that modern rustic look. And it's very different. You probably won't see this island anywhere else in the city. And that's, again, we were just looking to design lots of different elements within the space of the home.
I really love that. And then that tile too. I've never seen any tile like that in any home. And when I had looked at the pictures online first, I thought it was barnwood. So can you tell me where you found that?
All of the flooring in this entire house is from Floors by Design. We work with them on all of our projects unless we can't find what we're looking for. And I wanted to do brick on the backsplash, but brick isn't the greatest application for a kitchen because it's porous and it's hard to keep clean. And barnwood doesn't really work either because it gets wet and it can get oil and grease on it. So when we found this tile, I was wanting something that looked like barnwood, but was durable and that would stand the test of time in regards to like cleaning, cooking, grease, etc. So it gave it that look, and it's very durable as well.
Yeah, and I would say, again, knocked it out of the park.
Thank you.
And now there is one more little sparkly piece over there. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so every year the Regina Home Builders Association has a recognition event for the builders in the city and other trades. And this home was nominated for Best Designed Home and then Best Model Home. And we did win the Best Model Home, and that was a super proud moment for our company. We are a very small team. We focus on bringing a product to market that has a high standard of quality and a design element to it. And winning that award was a huge accomplishment for our company. And it just made us know what we are doing and the product that we're delivering is really validated for us. It validated what we're doing and our process. And that was a huge moment for us in our company.
That's amazing and well deserved. It's such a beautiful home, honestly. And if you guys are looking for a builder right now, make sure you talk to Jackie at Authentic because it's stunning. You should see it.
Hey guys, this is Stan with Dutch King Construction. Today I'd like to talk to you guys about kitchen design aspect. Because kitchen renovations can be very costly, we'd like to recommend to go with a more neutral color palette. That way it'll stand the test of time. In this particular kitchen, we went with a white and black handles, a more timeless look that'll get you through the next years to come. I recommend going with a more natural color palette. Kitchen renovations can often be costly, so it's important to go with a timeless look. What we've done here is install open shelving, which will allow you to bring in the seasonal or trendier items without being a permanent fixture in your space. It is very important to keep all these things in mind when designing a kitchen. I'm Stan from Dutch King Construction.
All right, so now we're back in the kitchen with Jackie and Jssel, and I'm just going to ask them some questions just to get to know them a little bit better. And now I think you're both artists in your industries. Can you tell me where you get your inspiration from? Oh, trick question.
Like, you go first while I think about this.
I just have always liked home design, and even like clothing, showing what you can do and providing inspiration to others is what I really enjoy doing. And so in this house specifically, there's so much inspiration everywhere around, and I just like bringing everything together and showing people what we can do.
Love that.
Nice. I'd say I definitely have taken a lot of inspiration from my family. My mom would say that she doesn't know why I'm a good cook because of her, and my grandma's too. But I definitely feel like a lot of my style of cooking is taking things that are familiar and homey that I grew up with and elevating it and changing it. Like my grandma's pickled beets, and she would never make a salad like this in her life, but in a way it's there in my food. So
Yeah.
I'd say definitely my family, and I'm always just, watching cooking shows and reading magazines and seeing what's trending and what's going on, and yeah.
Oh, good. Well, good answers, guys.
Thanks.
Well, thank you guys both so much for being here today. It was such a treat. So
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys, for watching. I'm Kristen Reed. We'll see you next time on Chefs and Showhomes.